Ever wonder why almost no cruise ship flies an American flag? Or what really happens the moment your captain says the words operational reasons? Or which deck on your ship secretly doesn't exist? Buckle up and grab your lifeboat snacks. We're diving into 12 real cruise ship secrets. The kind that never make it into the glossy brochure. And these aren't the tired old ones you've heard 100 times. These are the truths hiding in plain sight. The ones cruise lines quietly hope you never go looking for. Let's lift the anchor. Secret 1. Your all-American cruise probably isn't American at all. Check the back of almost any ship. You'll find it's registered in Panama, the Bahamas, Bermuda, or Malta. Hardly ever the US. It's called a flag of convenience, and it's completely deliberate. Registering abroad means looser labor laws and lighter taxes, and rules that let the casino open the second you cross into international waters. It's even why a captain can legally marry couples on some lines. That's the Bermuda Registry at work. So that patriotic megaship you boarded in Miami? On paper, it's a proud citizen of a country most passengers couldn't find on a map. Secret 2. That private island paradise usually isn't private, and often isn't an island. Royal Caribbean's Labadee is a fenced-off peninsula of Haiti. Leased, not owned. And for years, the brochures just called it Hispaniola to keep things nicely vague. These spots are walled gardens engineered so you never actually leave the cruise line's economy. Their beach, their bar tabs, their excursions, their prices. You feel like you've stumbled onto a hidden slice of the Caribbean. You've actually stumbled into a very well-landscaped shopping mall with sand. Bring your card. You'll be needing it. Secret 3. Your ship drinks the sea. A modern cruise ship can turn over 1 million gallons of seawater a day into fresh water, using reverse osmosis and giant evaporators. And here's the twist for everyone who side-eyes their cabin tap. That water gets tested obsessively, often more than what comes out of your kitchen faucet at home. So while you're paying $11 for a bottle of Evian by the pool, the free water in your bathroom might genuinely be cleaner. The ocean. Surprisingly generous once you boil the fish out of it. Secret 4. Sometimes your ship is on a quiet red alert and never tells you. When stomach bug cases start creeping up, the crew slips into outbreak mode. Suddenly, there's a crew member serving the self-serve buffet. The salt and pepper shakers vanish. The library books disappear. Menus get wiped between every single use. There's rarely any dramatic announcement. Just a ship that got mysteriously more hands-off overnight. So if your buffet tongs suddenly grew a human attached to them, that's not fancy new service. That's the ship waging a silent war on norovirus. And politely hoping you don't panic, Google your symptoms. Secret 5. Some ships hire men purely to dance with you. On traditional lines like Cunard and Holland America, solo female passengers can find a rotating cast of vetted, tuxedoed gentlemen hosts. Men brought aboard specifically to be charming dance partners and dinner company. They're screened, they're trained, and the rules are strict. Spread the attention around, never play favorites. It's basically a Jane Austen novel with a Lido deck. So if a dashing stranger asks you to waltz on formal night, he might be a fellow guest, or he might be quietly on the clock. Secret 6. Your ship is hiding a whole floor. Step into the elevator and watch the numbers. On a huge number of ships, Deck 13 simply doesn't exist. It jumps from 12 straight to 14. Because superstition at sea is very real and very old. Same reason you'll rarely spot a cabin numbered 13. And it runs deeper. At a ship's christening, a coin is traditionally welded beneath the mast for good luck. Sailors have believed for centuries that the sea keeps score. So a $2 billion floating city, bristling with radar and satellites, still flatly refuses to admit the number 13 exists. Sleep tight. Secret 7. When the captain says operational reasons, something's usually wrong. Cruise announcements are engineered to keep 3,000 people calm, which makes them masterpieces of saying almost nothing. We'll be skipping this port due to operational reasons can mean a storm, a mechanical issue, or a medical emergency forcing a detour to the nearest hospital. And here's the part that stings. When a port gets cut, you generally don't get refunded for the excursion you'd been dreaming about. So listen for the soft, bland phrases. Because the calmer and vaguer the wording, the more interesting the real story tends to be. Secret 8. The ship's medical center is a hospital that bills like a private ER, and your insurance probably doesn't care. The onboard doctors are genuinely good, but a single visit can run hundreds. A serious night can hit the thousands, and most standard health plans don't cover you at sea at all. If something's truly wrong, you're either offloaded at the next port or airlifted by helicopter. A bill that can climb into the tens of thousands. This is the real reason seasoned cruisers never sail without travel insurance. The buffet is all you can eat. The infirmary is very much not. Secret 9. Your ship is sandbagging you. Cruise ships can go noticeably faster than they usually do. But burning fuel at full speed is brutally expensive, so they slow steam, cruising well under their max to save enormous amounts of money. It's also why they can suddenly speed up or swing hundreds of miles off course to dodge a storm you never even saw coming. That bonus relaxing sea day they added to the itinerary? Sometimes that's not a gift. It's a detour around weather they'd rather you didn't think about. The ocean looks calm. The route is doing gymnastics. Secret 10. The ship is photographing you nonstop and then destroying the evidence. Those photographers ambushing you at dinner and the gangway snap thousands of shots. They hang them in a gallery and bank on impulse and guilt to make you buy. Whatever you don't purchase, shredded at the end of the sailing. Not reused, just gone. The same playbook powers the onboard art auction, where the free champagne isn't hospitality, it's lubricant for buying marked-up prints with appraisals nobody can really verify. It's a floating art heist where you're both the target and the mark. Cheers. Secret 11. Your ship tilts on purpose, and you never feel it. As fuel burns off and thousands of passengers stampede to one rail for the sail-away party, the ship's weight shifts. So engineers pump water between huge ballast tanks deep in the hull to keep everything level, like a waiter steadying a wobbling tray. The ship can lean slightly and be quietly corrected within minutes. So next time, the horizon looks perfectly flat from your balcony. Silently, thank the invisible ballet of water sloshing around below you, doing the one job nobody ever claps for. Secret 12. The ship knew your face before you found your cabin. Boarding used to mean endless lines. Now many terminals scan your face and match it to your booking in seconds. Convenient? Sure. It's also a quiet, constant head count. That same system helps flag exactly who has and hasn't returned to the ship before it sails, which is precisely how they know, down to the individual, that you're the one sprinting down the pier. Big Brother, but with a Mai Tai and a towel animal waiting in your room. Smile. You already did, whether you meant to or not. Most cruisers think day one is about finding the buffet, unpacking, and grabbing a drink by the pool. That mindset is exactly why they spend the entire week paying more, waiting longer, and missing out on things they didn't even know existed. Because here's the truth, nobody tells you. Day one is the only day the ship works for you. By dinner on the second night, that window has slammed shut, and every advantage on this list is gone for the rest of the voyage. We're going through 20 moves smart cruisers always make on day one in the exact order they should be done. Walk straight to the spa, not the buffet. The spa. Daily thermal suite access runs around $40 per day. A full voyage pass on day one, around $99. Across a 7-night cruise, that's a $180 difference for the exact same access. Most people stumble onto the thermal suite on day 3 and pay full daily rate every time after that. Don't be them. Even if you pre-booked your drinks package, check the price again on day 1. Cruise lines run quiet embarkation specials that sometimes beat the pre-cruise rate. Open the app or stop by the bar within the first hour. If the onboard price is lower, ask to upgrade. They'll do it. The future cruise consultant on day 1 has empty chairs and full inventory. By day 5, they're slammed and the deals are picked clean. Booking a future cruise on day 1 consistently gets you better cabin categories and bigger onboard credit. Same cruise, same ship, completely different package, purely based on when you walk in. Specialty restaurants discount day 1 dinner reservations by 20 to 30% to fill empty tables. Most cruisers pay full price on day 3 for the exact same food. Walk up to any specialty restaurant host and ask, "Are you running an embarkation night rate tonight?" Most will confirm it without hesitation. The shortest guest services line of the entire cruise exists for the first 90 minutes after boarding. Wrong cabin category. Billing question. Dietary note. Every single one of those takes 2 minutes right now. Try the same fix at 9 p.m. and you're standing in a 45-minute queue. Your fixed dining assignment is not permanent, but only on day 1. If you got placed at a 6-top with strangers and you booked for 2, fix it now. Walk into the main dining room before dinner and speak directly to the maitre. Day 1 is the only day they have flexibility. By day 2, you're competing with every other unhappy guest on the ship. Comedy clubs, headline shows, adult-only performances, they're free, but reservations sell out by dinner on day 1. Open the cruise app the moment you board and book every show you want before lunch. Wait until dinner and you'll be watching from the overflow room for the rest of the week. Got any loyalty status? Even tier 1? The loyalty ambassador desk is your private service counter and it's empty on day 1. Upgrade offers, complimentary amenities, and priority booking access get distributed first come, first served. Visit within the first hour. Even basic status can pull free perks you'd otherwise pay for. Your steward has specific service windows. Most guests come back to an unmade bed at 3 p.m. because nobody told them when service happens. Ask 2 simple questions on day 1. What time do you usually do morning service? And what time for evening turndown? Build your day around those answers. Your room will always be fresh when you walk back in. Your in-cabin phone is your emergency lifeline when the app and Wi-Fi fail. 80% of guests never test it. They discover it's broken at 2 a.m. when they need it most. Pick up the phone on day 1. Call guest services. Confirms it works and starts a relationship with the desk you'll likely need later. This is the one that changes everything. Stewards who get a written preference list deliver next-level service. Verbal-only guests get standard service. Grab the cabin notepad. Write 3 things: pillow type, ice schedule, turn down time. Hand it to your steward directly. They will not forget a written request. For 7 nights, your cabin runs perfectly. Digital muster is convenient. Muscle memory in a real emergency is not built on a phone screen. Pull the emergency card from the back of your cabin door. Walk the physical route once before dinner. 4 minutes. That's it. In a real 3 a.m. alarm with a dead phone, you'll thank yourself. Casino hosts on day 1 are actively building player relationships. Free play and food comps are sitting on the table. Walk up to the host desk and introduce yourself. Don't gamble first. Don't earn it. Just introduce yourself. You'll likely walk away with a free play offer before spending a single dollar. Most cabin stewards and waitstaff speak Filipino as a first language. Every single guest speaks English to them. Nobody says hello in their language. Learn 3 words. Salamat, thank you. Kumusta? How are you? Maganda, beautiful, used as a compliment. Use them on day 1. Watch what happens. Guests who treat crew as people get extraordinary service for 7 straight nights. Photo packages run on a sliding scale. Day 1 is the lowest the price will ever be. By day 4, the same package costs 40–50% more. Visit the photography desk on day 1 and ask for the full voyage digital package price. Lock it in if you want it. Don't wait until you've seen photos to decide. Ships with tender ports issue priority tender tickets, but only to guests who know to ask. Most guests show up on tender day, assuming first come, first served, and waste 90 minutes of an already short port day. Ask guest services on day 1 about tender ports in your itinerary. There's often a quiet sign-up sheet that closes by day 2. Your Sea Pass has no spending limit by default. Neither does anyone else on your booking. Most cruisers discover this on the final night when arcade charges, spa bills, and bar tabs they didn't approve all show up at once. Disputing those after the cruise is exponentially harder. Call guest services on day 1. Request a spending cap. 3 minutes. Protected for the entire voyage. The physical daily planner has a section printed in small type on the back. Limited time offers. Unadvertised flash sales on excursions, spa treatments, and shop merchandise. Same excursion listed at $89 online, $59 on the back page. Day 1 only. Expires at midnight. Flip the planner. Circle the offers. Decide by dinner. Sail away is the most photographed moment of the cruise. Most people get a terrible view because everyone crowds the main pool deck 5 minutes before departure. While you're exploring the ship earlier in the day, identify one elevated forward-facing spot, usually an observation lounge or sky deck. Arrive 20 minutes early. That moment belongs to you. This is the one that protects you from charges that don't even exist yet. Your final bill is never wrong, but it looks wrong to anyone who didn't document the starting point. After you've settled into your cabin, pull up your onboard account in the app. Screenshot the zero balance. Timestamped, dated, saved. If a $12 charge from day 1 mysteriously appears on the final night, buried under 6 days of activity, you've got proof. You win that dispute. Every time.